It's 6:53 a.m. You wake up 7 minutes before the alarm. Your body has gotten used to this. You've been at the same company for 4,674 days, nearly 13 years. You tell yourself, secure job, good salary, benefits, stability. But while staring at the ceiling, you feel it. Something is wrong. You're earning more money than your parents could ever dream of, but somehow you're poorer. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how this happens. This is not a coincidence. This is a project. Welcome to the salary trap. Meet our monkey. This monkey is you, me, or one of us at work, 34 years old. Earning $85,000 a year, on paper, in the top 20% of earners in the country, should feel rich. Doesn't feel it. The monkey gets paid every 2 weeks. $321,600 before taxes. $2,458 after taxes. Now, here comes the interesting part. The system doesn't give you a choice. It doesn't say, here's your money, decide what to do with it. No. It does something much more clever. Before you see your money, it gets fragmented into invisible channels. The monkey pays rent, $1,200, almost half of their after-tax income. Groceries and food, $400. Car payment, insurance, gas, $550. Phone, internet, subscriptions, $120. Bills, $140. By the time the monkey sees their paycheck, they've already spent $2,410 of their $2,458. What's left? $48 for 2 weeks. But here's where the psychological genius kicks in. The monkey doesn't perceive this as deprivation because they have a car, they have a home. They're considered successful because the system gives them enough comfort. They can't question why they're not getting richer. This is the first weapon of the salary trap, the illusion of prosperity through fragmentation. Money comes in a lump sum but goes out in small pieces. The monkey's brain never fully conceptualizes that they're actually just bouncing above water. They have a lifestyle. They don't have wealth. Now, let's talk about what really keeps the monkey trapped. This is where it gets darker. The entire system is designed to keep them dependent on that salary. Think about it. Get a good education, they say. The monkey gets one, maybe goes into debt for it. Now they're looking for a job to pay back that investment. They find one. Great salary, let's say $60,000. But something happens when they accept that job. Their lifestyle automatically inflates to catch up with their income. Economists call this lifestyle inflation. I call it the system's second trap. The monkey gets a $60,000 job and suddenly they can afford a nicer apartment. So they get one. Rent goes from $850 to $1,250. They can afford a better car. Payment goes from $200 to $450. Now they're making $90,000. They move to an even nicer place. Rent is $1,600. Better car, $500 payment. Maybe a vacation that wouldn't have happened before is now part of the picture. Each salary increase feels like freedom, but it's actually tightening the noose. You know why? The monkey is no longer free in that place. Because they need that salary to maintain their lifestyle. They've built a financially salaried life. I call this the golden handcuffs. Now, the most ruthless part, the monkey did this to themselves. The system didn't force them, it just offered choices, and the monkey's psychology did the rest. They see progress as moving up, not as actually getting rich. That's why every dollar earned climbs toward a lifestyle that consumes it. If a CEO making $500,000 a year needs $450,000 for their lifestyle, they're just as trapped as someone making $50,000. Salary doesn't determine freedom. The gap between income and expenses determines it. The system is designed to keep this gap small. Let me tell you about my friend, Little Monkey. He was a software developer in tech, 6-figure salary, but unhappy. When he thought about quitting, his stomach would turn, his head would ache. Why? Because he'd already committed to a $400,000 house, to car payments, kids in private school. One day, the company made an offer, promoted him, $20,000 salary increase. He felt relieved, grateful. He felt like he won. 2 weeks later, his landlord raised the rent. His mortgage went up. The older kid needed braces. He got a new car because the old one needed too many. repairs, and so his financial stress didn't decrease. It stayed exactly the same. This is a system's most insidious trick. You're not building wealth with salary increases. You're just increasing your obligations faster than your income. That's why people earning $30,000 and people earning $300,000 report similar levels of financial stress. The system is designed to always just meet your necessary expenses. You're living paycheck to paycheck. Even with a big salary, you're predictable, you're controllable. You need that job. You can't take risks. You can't start a business. You can't set aside money for your own ideas because all your money is already promised to someone else. Your landlord, your bank, the car company, they all benefit from your being trapped. You're a guaranteed income source. But you don't benefit. Imagine something. Imagine you quit your job tomorrow. Just left. How many months could you survive? Be honest. If your answer is less than 3 months, you're trapped. You're not alone. More than 60% of professionals can't maintain their lifestyle for more than a month without a salary. Think about that. You are 1 month away from a financial crisis at any moment. This isn't safe at all. This is a very comfortable prison. The salary trap tells you this is normal. Work, earn, spend. Work harder, earn more, spend more. But this isn't inevitable. It's not a law of physics. This is a choice made for you. The moment you realize your salary isn't keeping you rich, everything changes, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start asking different questions, not how do I earn more money, but why is all my money going away? Not how do I get the promotion, but how do I build assets instead of transfers? This isn't about quitting your job. The point is this: awareness changes behavior. The trap is understood as a system, not a law. You're just being used. First, don't confuse income with wealth. A $200,000 salary is income. The $50,000 you save and invest is wealth. One is temporary, the other is permanent. Second, close the gap. Intentionally keep your spending lower than your income. It feels backwards, but it's the only mechanism that works. Third, direct this gap toward assets that work for you, instead of liabilities that work against you. And most importantly, create options. When you have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, something changes psychologically. You're no longer trapped. You can negotiate better. You can take risks. You can walk away from situations that don't benefit you. The goal is to achieve the independence required by the system where you need a salary, because the moment you don't need it, you're free. The salary trap is real. It's complex, but it's not inevitable. Look at those who escape this trap. They're not smarter than you, not luckier or more intelligent. They just became aware. They saw the system as it is and decided that comfort and freedom aren't the same things. You have the same options. If you found these explanations valuable, subscribe. With continuous new videos, you'll see our monkey get one step closer to real financial freedom. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Please subscribe. Don't be like a banana. Don't get peeled.